Andariki namaskaramulu. Today is the fourth day of our classes on Sanaatana Dharma. This is a 3 months course being organized by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapeeth. Dr. B.D. Patel Mahodaya has conducted 3 classes so far on the importance of learning Sanatana Dharma. Today is the last class. So let us start the session with Prarthana. Saugandhiji, please.
शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा हरिः ओम श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम
ధన్యవాదములండి సౌగంధి గారు. Now let us request the speaker of the day today, Dr. Patel ji, to continue his webinar, please.
So, my observation is, second day we had 44. Today we have 17.
I think we should not discuss this attendance. That be discussed by their management, and we continue with our this thing.
Yeah. 100%. I'm just talking casually.
Yeah, I know. We have observed, and it leads to frustration. So
no. For me, I told you, no. See, we are teachers. Even one person is there, we will teach in the same spirit as we have addressed 1,000 people. Right. It is out of only for our management people. I'm just telling them.
Yeah.
See, whatever it is, you have seen my presentations, and we present in the same way as we talk to 1,000 people. No problem. Well, friends, see, till today we did 3 programs. First one was culture and why we should know our culture. Second program was history. Third program was on Sanaatana Dharma. Now we will take up the necessity to know our culture and our Sanaatana Dharma, or know our history, everything. Why we should know all this? What is the key point, hint point? So I may be permitted to share this thing. Can I share, sir? Kanan, sir?
Please.
ఎవరో ఇంటికి నేను పోతే చిన్న పిల్లవాడు కనపడ్డాడు. ఏరా నాయనా నీ పేరేంటి, ఏం చదువుతున్నావు అని అడిగితే అంత లోపల వాళ్ళ అమ్మ వచ్చింది నవ్వుతా. కానీ మా వాడికి అస్సలు తెలుగు రాదండి, అదేమో పెద్ద సర్టిఫికెట్ అన్నట్టుగా చెప్పింది. నేను ఎక్కడో ఉత్తరాది హిందీ వాడిని, నేను వచ్చి మీతో తెలుగులో మాట్లాడతా అంటే మీ సొంత భాషను మీరు చంపేసుకుని తెలుగు రాదు అన్నది ఎంతో గర్వంగా చెప్పుకుంటుంటే ఇంకా మనం ఎక్కడికి పోతాండాం? దేశానికి ఏందో స్వాతంత్రం వచ్చింది 75 ఏళ్ళని ఎగురి గణితులు వేస్తాడా, నవ్వుతాడా, ఆ జెండాలు ఏడబడితే అడగడతాడాం. మన దేశానికి ఒక భాష ఉందా? జపాన్కు జపానీ భాష ఉంది, జర్మన్కు జర్మన్ మాట్లాడుకుంటారు, ఇటాలియన్స్ మాట్లాడుకుంటారు. నా భారతదేశపు భాష ఇది అని నేను చెప్పుకునేకుందా అయిపోద్దు? ఆ దిక్కుమాల ఇంగ్లీష్ తప్ప. ఆ ఇంగ్లీషోడు ఈ వేద విద్యనంతా ధ్వంసం చేసి గురుకుల పాఠశాల వ్యవస్థను మానేసి కాను వెంటూ అని పెట్టుకున్నాడు. పోయింది, సర్వనాశనమై.
Now see, this is what it is. Most of us might have felt it, those who are from the older generation. The younger generation doesn't feel that it is necessary to speak mother tongue outside. They don't speak mother tongue at home. Forget about speaking it outside. At home also, our language, whatever we speak, we use maximum English words and 1 or 2 Telugu or Hindi words. See, there are certain new things coming up like computer chip. For that, we need not translate it into Telugu or Hindi. But for normal things, I asked somebody asked me, sir, meer food kottara? Food? I said, what do you mean food? I said, sir, bhojanam chesara. Bhojan is afterwards. They know only food. And if you see any language, in any Indian language, 60 to 70% is English. Why? Because we are not proud of our own system. Why we need to know our right history and right culture to realize our strength, develop confidence in our progress and progress of our Bharat. In short, never to look down on ourselves in front of others and to rise above the slave mentality. We need to know our culture and we need to know our history, but that to write history, not the history that is taught in the books by our governments. Let us find out. Let us do that. And this will make us to come out the basic slave mentality. Today's youth are not slaves, but who have to make them realize that you are not slaves. It is we have to make them realize that they are independent, they have their own capacity, they have their own strengths. See, we may read English in the book and what you call subjects. That's fine, that's okay. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our mentality. Speaking English is not a sign of intelligence. I am born and brought up only in convent. Till 30 years back, I never knew other languages. And today, we speak so many languages. So this is one, for that reason we need. See, once we know the right history and right culture, we will be proud of ourselves. Let us see what. Now, this is set in our mind. Everything in East, that is in India, is superstition. And everything that came from West is a science. This is what many times, even today, we feel, what are you talking, sir? All old things. The latest things you see, latest things you talk, that comes from West. And especially if you take the medical field, the blood pressure range which is given to everyone is 120 by 80. Earlier it was 130 by 90. They reduced to 120 by 80. When they reduced it to 120 by 80 in America, 50% people became hypertensive and they're on the drugs. And all these things are decided in the St. Johns Hopkins Hospital in America. And from there it comes. Just think. What are Americans' genes, Americans' society, American eating habits, American social society culture? Is it same with India? And we are following the same thing? And we are measuring ourselves with that. Mine is 150. Let me take some tablet. Never ever do that. We were much advanced before the invasions. Indian saints were basically scientists. Let us see how it is. Now, this is what it is. Necessity to learn Sanaatana Dharma and history of Bharat. See, all these people, photos I'm doing, they were all great saints. When I say saints and rishis, don't expect them everybody to be having beard and not wearing clothes and having a jata and all that. No, they are scientists, all saints in India were scientists basically. Their contribution you will see. Now, first thing I want to tell is about Sanskrit language. How many of us know that it is the mother of all Indo-European languages? Every word you take from Sanskrit, you can find the distorted form in other language. In Sanskrit, we called Mata, and that is mother. Pita, that is father. Bhrata, that is brother. Sakhi, that is friend or snake, whatever you call them. So like that, I can go on talking about that. Originally, this is the language, Sanskrit. And many of the faculty members are experts in Sanskrit Pandits. A small word I want to tell you in this. In Sanskrit, every word has an etymology, and hardly there are nouns in Sanskrit. Each name has a meaning. See, every word, how it has developed, there is a history. There is a way you can find out how this word has come. And there are hardly 99% of Sanskrit words are only verbs and not nouns. For example, let us take the name, a word David. It has no meaning. Bill, it has no meaning. Clinton, it has no meaning. But you take any name. For example, we have one Dr. Narendra. Nara Indra is Narendra. That means who is king of human beings is Narendra. Like that, you can split every word. Every word has a deep meaning. This is the only language that has that. Now, the effect of Sanskrit mantras. Forget about the religious part. You talk about the mantras. James Hartzell found that memorizing Sanskrit mantras increases size of brain regions associated with cognitive functions such as memory. He called this phenomena as the Sanskrit effect. I want the youth to go into the Google, try to find out and see how much deep this is. Not just believe what I'm saying. Now, this is the only science, this is the only system which gave the concept of Panchakosha. A body is formed of 5 layers. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. Same things are put in English words and they are taught to us again. But fundamentally, this is from the India and nobody else has contributed to this. So now second one is advanced astronomical achievements of India. The first to say Earth is round and it rotates on its axis, orbits the sun and is suspended in space 1,000 years before Copernicus published his heliocentric theory, calculated the motions of planets and the time of eclipses. We were very much advanced, even that science still applicable. Now just imagine, for last maybe 100 or 60, 70 years, we have American NASA and big telescopes from which we try to calculate. But imagine thousands and thousands of years before, how they could calculate eclipse, moon positions. Now some people who are aware of little bit of Mahabharata story, where Arjuna kills Jayadratha, okay, who Arjuna says, if I don't kill him before the sunset, I will kill myself. Then suddenly clouds come, darkness happens, that fellow comes out and Arjuna kills him. The same date and all that was put into the latest computers and they found out on that day there was an eclipse where it was covered. So forget about these things. You can take so many examples. Even the Ram's birthday, everything was put into the computers and they say exactly that is the date. So our scientists were able to calculate on their fixed and proper methodology. Now, one book is there, Surya Siddhanta. Most of the students might have not heard this, but the faculty members know this. Book on astronomy compiled 3,000 years before Christ. They say Earth's diameter is 7,840 miles. Acharya Mahodaya, अहम एक क्लास मध्ये अस्ति तदनन्तरं अहं दूरवाणीं करोमि एक घंटा अनन्तरं अहं दूरवाणीं करोमि and compared to the latest measurement says 7,926 miles. How near it is? Distance between Earth and Moon is, this is what it is mentioned there, 25,253,000. And compared to the modern measurement is almost little bit difference. According to Rig Veda, the verse 1:5:04, light travels at so much miles per second speed current value of the speed is lies with so many, almost similar to that. What I'm trying to tell you is, without the latest gadgets of computers, calculators, and so many things, they could estimate with their calculations. Another one, Muhammad bin al-Khwazmi, book Kitab al-Hisab al-Hind, was translated into Latin as Algorithmi di Numero Indorum, Indian numerals, the name abbreviated as algorithm. Today, what algorithms we do, it is a word, it is a calculation made in India by great saints. Now, all of you just see this. If anybody can show me two figures similar, I'll pay 1,000 rupees. Just have a look for 30 seconds. Any figure you can show which is a duplicate. Okay, I'll give you 10,000 rupees, not 1,000. I'll give you 10,000 rupees. Anybody? Okay, I will increase the amount to 25,000 rupees. Anybody luring can just see that. Friends, each sculpture depicting different dance poses, beauty, moods, etc. So intricate and so clear. Just try to make out.
Sir, similar I can say, not the same. So I won't take you up on the bet.
Even similar also not there, beta. It's not same.
Sir, first row, last one, and second row, second one.
No. You can just see some differences will be there. There will be some differences. There will be something below, something above, something hand. See, you would say, I'm going to give money so easily. This I have been doing it for so many years. It's a dance pose. So how meticulously they have done this art. And today you do it, it's not possible. You have all the equipments. And see this sculpture. Palitana Temple, Imagination, Bhavnagar District, Gujarat. Are you seeing something in her hand? The left side figure, she's holding mobile. And the right side lady is working on tablet. Can you believe this? Whether they had mobiles or tablets, we don't know. But they had the concept. Something may come up in future, like this. That is the greatness of Indians, which we are not at all informed, we are not told. We are hidden from that. They don't want us to know all these things. Can you believe this gun and a bomb? Okay, now you see this. This is a temple in Karnataka, Hoysaleshwara temple. 12th century it was built. Can you see all this telescope? Can you see these rocket launchers? And you can see here, he's holding a gun. And people attribute it to somebody else. And you can see here, the security is holding some instrument which is like a gun. It was all there. Now it is more modified. Now you see, you see properly the legs of this lady. This is again in Telangana, Warangal, Ramappa temple. You are seeing that she is wearing high heels. Can you see this? So fashion was there. And you see the way she is dressing, dupatta and all that. See, dupatta comes from here up to this place. Now, you imagine and appreciate this figure, how they made it. This is not plastic. This is not wood. This is a stone, not kept from, made outside and brought it here. No, it is one single stone which has been carved like this. How much advanced were our technicians? What instrument they had, we don't know. Now you see this.
This ancient Indian temple has a carving of a bicycle. In Panchavarna Swami temple, we can see a carving of a man riding a bicycle with 2 wheels and pedals. Historians suggest that the bicycle was invented 200 years ago in Europe, but this carving is in an Indian temple that is about 2,000 years old. The bicycle is not carved on a freestanding pillar, but on the walls of the temple, which makes it unlikely that it was a recent addition. We also explore the question of whether ancient Indians had the technology to create bicycles. Experts agree that wheels were invented 6,500 years ago. This amazing carving of a man riding a bicycle in an ancient Indian temple raises many questions about the history of bicycles and advanced technology. And the ancient Indian temples are full of advanced technological evidence. Could this be proof of suppressed history?
Please. Now, many of you have seen this. People go from all over the world and they take a selfie. This is Leaning Tower of Pisa. Okay? Now, see this. Are you seeing this temple here? This is right in India, right now in Kashi. And you know the difference. Pisa was built some years back. This was much before. This Varanasi temple leans more than Italy's Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Pisa tower has leaned only around 4 degrees. But the Ratneshwar Mahadev temple, nestled near Manikarnika Ghat, leans around 9 degrees. Being in water for hundreds of years, still it is undisturbed. And they are scared that Misa tower may fall sometimes. But there is no threat for this Ratneshwar Mahadev temple, which is in water, coming water, going water, everything is there. Now, it's another one miracle building built. Stambeshwar Mahadev temple in Gujarat. Stambeshwar Mahadev is an ancient temple situated in the town of Kamboi. The shrine is located between the shores of Arabian Sea and the Bay of Cambay in Gujarat. Every day, this Shiva temple gets submerged in water during high tide hours and again reappears when the tide level comes down. Again, it will be open for the public. Every day in the afternoon, the temple will be visible. People go there, do puja, come back by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Again, the water submerges it. Since how many years this is surviving? Can you believe this? It is in front of our own eyes. Let them people build now. It may not be possible. Today you have so much of technology, so many instruments. That's what I want everyone to be proud of this country. Don't say it is backward country, poor country, uneducated country, illiterate country. No, not at all. Now, another one. Let us take Tiruchendur on the eastern coast of Tamil Nadu. Tsunami came in 2006 and most of the Tamil Nadu was affected with that tsunami. Water went hundreds of miles into the land. But believe this temple, the water never entered this. And people call it miracle, God's gift. But for my side, it is the architectural way that they built this temple. In spite of the floods, the water will not enter the temple. I don't know what calculations they do. I don't know what material they used. I don't know how it happened, but it is living right now. You can go and see. Most of the temples built near the sea, they are not destroyed by floods. There is some special technology with which they used and built it. Now, this is one living example. Kalanai Dam, built 2000 years back on Kaveri River, fully strong and serving the purpose even today, built by Karikalan of Chola dynasty, 2000 years back. See, it is 329 meters in length, 29 meters in width, and 5.4 meters high. It waters 10 lakh acres. No GCB, no big machines, but how they built it. So let us be proud, my friends. Now, this is the only country which built the first bridge across the sea. A lot of arguments are there, but there is a bridge. So we knew the art of building a bridge across the sea, not only rivers. Now, Darwin's theory, we know man came from monkey. Okay, Darwin's theory. focus on elimination of inferior species gradually over time through a process called natural selection. But what does India say? India gives this Dashavatar, which is more scientific, which everyone has to agree. The life started in the water as a fish, and then it became outside and became a man. Is it more scientific, or that is what? This is more scientific. Now, we had the idea of artificial limbs because it is mentioned in one of the stories in Rig Veda that a battle, Queen Vishpala, who lost her leg during battle, was fitted with an artificial leg and she fought the battle. Now, believe this. 5,000 years back, we knew how pregnancy happens, all those things. There are so many temples where all the stages of pregnancy and childbirth is there. And according to our medical science, it is just 100, 200 years back we knew about this. But our people knew it was displayed. Only thing is that they didn't write separate books on this, but it was in the form of Upanishad, and it was depicted in all the temples. If you go to a temple, please don't go and wish the god or pray the god. Along with that, see each architecture. It's great, amazing. Now you just see this. This is Ekpada Trimurti, one leg Trimurti. Brahma and Vishnu are placed like this, angle. Shiva is standing on one leg. If you measure this angle, it is 10.1.5. And the water molecule is in the same angle. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Can you believe this? Only we don't know how to interpret. There are many things hidden. It's a complete water molecule. You will see further. See the 4 dots on the water molecule. It's depicted in the same thing. 4 people are there below. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. So like this we can go on, friends. Now the another one. We tie mango leaves. Do you know why? Because mango leaves are the only leaves which leave oxygen for 3 days, even after plucking them from the tree. Do we know this? Did our ancestors not know this? They could have said, tie banana leaves. No, they said tie mango leaves. And neem trees. This is the science. Everything. And people are nowadays trying to tie plastic leaves. Please don't do plastic. It is negative energy. Negative things come up. Remove plastic and tie only mango leaves. I also did the same thing till I knew this. So friends, think about India. Everything. Go into depth. I may not be able to explain everything. You are there to search, learn, and inform people like us.
Do you remember when is the last time you did this? When I did not submit my homework in time, my teacher asked me to do this standing outside the classroom. Actually, they call this as the super brain yoga in UK. They recently did a research and they realized that there are certain acupressure points in your ears. If you hold and you do the sit-ups, your mind becomes more awake, your grasping power becomes better, memory becomes better, and you start performing in your optimum levels. This is actually a punishment in our schools. It's so interesting how even the so-called punishment is designed to uplift you and not to demote you, isn't it?
Now, did you understand? We do, the moment Ganesha comes, we do tuck, tuck, tuck. In our childhood, every time we used to visit a Ganesha Pandal, we used to do 21 times. By the time, and we have to see 8 Ganeshas. So 8 into 21, imagine. So this small, simple things, what we do at home, what we do in villages were more educated than your all colleges and whatever we're talking about. Health was wonderful. Please, all of you, go to YouTube and put one word, super brain yoga. And they are charging heavily. It helps in Alzheimer's disease. It helps in memory. It helps in autism. It helps in ADHD and so many other diseases. Simple thing we do. Pray, sit in front of the God 3 times. It's not a punishment. It is an exercise to increase your brain power. Super brain yoga is just at a... See, our spirituality, what has happened is, we have left the spirit behind and we are holding to rituals. So every ritual now, understand, has a meaning, science behind it. Forget about all the differences what you have, but go to Sanaatana Dharma as a scientist. Now these Americans are charging $200 to cuddle a cow. When you cuddle a cow, your mood comes down, your anxiety comes down. This is what they found, Americans found out. And so many things come out. And what is this? This is ingrained in us. We respect, we love animals. And cow, of course, you cannot talk about that. Cow is so respectful for us. Our children, I have so many videos on this. This is what it is. Now, they are using cow dung and other things, and we are using pesticides where the quality of food has come down. They are drinking now మజ్జిగ తాగాలండి బాగుంటుంది అని మనం అన్న చెప్తే మనం వినలే. ఏమమ్మా మమ్మీ నూడిల్స్ ఇవ్వండి, మ్యాగీ ఇవ్వండి. అమెరికా వాళ్ళు, ఇంగ్లాండ్ వాళ్ళు ఇదే తాగుతున్నారు. ఫర్ యువర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, లెట్ మీ గివ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. ఇన్ ఇంగ్లాండ్, afternoon lunch, it is now samosa and chai. Many hotels have started preparing samosas. Now, our desi ghee, what we are into neyi, it is called as clarified butter, and they sell it to us. పాలల్లో కొంచెం పసుపు వేసుకొని తాగండి, మీకు జ్వరం రాదురా, గొంతును సరిపోతుంది. It is called turmeric latte. Latte means milk in Italian language. Turmeric is haldi. We do yoga. It's changed the name. Lifestyle, wellness, Petra fitness. Same our things given different name, and they sell it back to us. Adhyatma, dhyanam cheyali. No. We teach you mindfulness. Only the word has changed, but everything what we teach in pranayam, dhyan, samadhi, that only it is taught here. But only the word is different. Indian things sold to us with Western names. Be careful and don't get lured into them. ఏదో బయట అమెరికా కూడా చూడండి, మైండ్ఫుల్నెస్ నేర్పుతాడు, అది యోగా కాదు. దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ పీపుల్ టోల్డ్ మీ ఇన్ బెంగళూరు. I said, means you are telling me where I know ins and outs of these things. Now you see, our chess, what we do, it is Ashtapada, Chaturanga. This was introduced in Gupta's period. Persians speak this and they call it Shatranj. Now this Indian martial arts, Kalayarpaya 2, is very famous in Kerala. People still do that traditional one. It has gone with the Buddhist monks to various countries, and today we have karate, kung fu, chung chu, pampa, whatnot. Now polo was introduced in Manipur. Now see, Ludo, what people play, that is now Pachisi and Chausa, which was played by the Kauravas and Pandavas, and where the Pandavas lost. Now see, snake and ladder, it is a game in India. Gyan Chopar, Mokshupat, they were showing it because if you do wrong things, you will go to Narak. If you do right things, you will climb up to higher heights. Now Kabaddi, Kho-Kho is an only Indian game. Kabaddi is an Indian game. Now, can you believe this Malkham? People go to gym, spoil their health, but do Malkham. It is wonderful, and more health it gives than the gym. Now, last but not the least, anything spiritual, you have to talk all over the world. Only India is the destination. You have to come back to India for spirituality. Why? Because Indians are not believers. I am talking of Sanatana Dharmis, are not believers, they are seekers. Means one person in the family goes to Hanuman, one person goes to Shiva, one person goes to Vishnu, one person goes to Ganapati, one person goes to Shakti. You go to any form. Some people don't go to temple at all. Still they are spiritual. Still they are Sanatana Dharmi. Now you see, do you know that all this, there are 73 sects in Islam. Nobody, hardly anybody knows, not even 0.1% know that Islam, Muslim religion has 73 sects. 73 branches, they don't talk to each other. And all of them you cannot find anywhere in the world except in India. All the 73 sects of Muslims are found in India. Same thing with the Christianity. 140 sects are there. They are all in India. See, there are some countries which are Catholic, some are Protestant, Evangelists, Pentecostal. So many things are there. Same thing you take of the Buddhism. So many branches of Buddhism. So many branches of Jainism. Everything, everybody stays in India peacefully and we allow them to live, and peacefully they are living. They are progressing. Various religions, just now I told you, 70 in Islam, 40 sects in Christians, Jains, Buddhists, maximum non-believers, communists are here in India. All these can be possible only in Bharat and only if Sanatana Dharma is practiced. Now yesterday we did this. Now spirituality in every action that is in India. Number one, waking up, Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, you do that. Bathing, Gange cha Yamune cha, we say that. Having meals, Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu. Work, we do Namaste and go to the work. Art, every art starts with Ganesha Stuti or some puja. Music, every music again starts with Ganesh Stuti. Dance, again worshipping all the gods. Respecting parents is the best part what we can learn in India. Sanatana Dharma. Marriage is a great, great, great occasion where marriage are done for 7 days with so many rituals, with so much of spirituality into that. Treating guests, Atithi Devo Bhava. Entertainment, everything is spiritual, pious. We are getting influenced by the Western one, forget about that. I'm talking of original Sanatana Dharma. Doing social work, that is Jana Seva, Janardana Seva. That's the idea given to us. We don't do for publicity, don't do for taking a photograph. Teaching. See, Gyan Bhatna, Paramatma ka kaam hai. Body building is Vyayam, Yoga, Asana. Sleeping is again art. Before sleeping, we pray to the God and then sleep. And leaving the body is again an action of spirituality, that is Sanatana Dharma. Now you see, Pope says, Islam, Christianity share the idea of conquest, says Pope Francis. Everything will be peaceful only if in India is all right. And see this, Saudi Arabia has started teaching yoga, Ayurveda, Ramayana, Mahabharata to their children. In Islamic country, he is officially adopting it. Whereas in India, if you start teaching, you will attach to some political this thing. Want to convert friends into enemies? Try discussing politics. If it fails, try religion. Jadunath Sarkar said the Hindus are so divided and so foolishly selfish that the majority does not count in actual politics. Sir, let us all get united. Let us follow Sanatana Dharma for the progress of individual and for the progress of the country.
India's obsession over Western culture has been increasing at full speed, especially in the past 2 decades. We have thousands of cafes in India, but none of them got the grand welcome as much as Starbucks did. Men of this generation don't even know how to wear a vesti. How many of our kids can read and write in our native language? When Justin Bieber performed in India, the crowd was uncontrollable. But our classical singers and dancers perform at empty halls. They get no audience even if the ticket is free. And the obsession over fair skin is a never-ending story. In Indian cinema, people of low class are always portrayed as dark-skinned, and people of high class are always fair-skinned. And why is India obsessed with Western culture? Why are Indians looking down on everything that is Indian? If this is a process of modernization, it doesn't have to copy everything that is Western. Remember, being Western and modern are two different things. 100 years ago, the education system we are following today was made by a man who thought Indian knowledge and language are completely worthless. Yes, he's Thomas Babington Macaulay, the man who designed our Indian education system, the man who believed that the Western science is far superior to Indian knowledge. Macaulay wanted the government to spend money only on importing Western education and advocated to shut out all the educational institutions of Indian culture. He wanted to create a pool of Indians who would be able to serve the Britishers and be loyal to them. In his own words, he said, "The purpose of English education is to create a class of persons, Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, in opinion, in morals and in intellect." And today, he is quite successful at what he wants. People without the knowledge of their history, origin and culture are like trees without roots. If we have no pride in who we are, we would be half-baked Britishers in the next 50 years.
Britishers systematically looted and destroyed the wealth and all the science we had. They rewrote our history so that when they left us with the legacy of being ashamed of our own culture and legacy. We need to come out of that. So friends, I am not a preacher, but only a thought provoker. I want each one of you to investigate, do research and find out. And the last, as usual, any questions, please note down. And those people who want to be in touch with me, please put your name and phone number in the chat box so that I'll make a note of your numbers, please. So this is my phone number. This is my email ID. Thank you, friends.
Dhanyavadamanandi.
Yes, sir.
Patel garu. So, thank you so much for compiling such a valuable knowledge and imparted as. Thank you for your time. We are all indebted to you. Now, anybody wants to ask question? 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Already.
Dr. Narendraji, you put down your name and phone number in the chat box. All the people, those who want to get in touch with me, please put your phone number and name in the chat box so that whenever I feel like I'll just disturb you. Students also can do that. Gautam Mukherjee Babu, keman acho? Apni kothay?
Anybody asking questions?
নমস্কার ডক্টর প্যাটেল।
নমস্কার, কেমন আছো? ভালো?
হ্যাঁ, ভালো।
আপনার নাম্বার নাম আপনি চ্যাট বক্স। ওকে?
Okay, Shrija. Unmute yourself.
Yes, Shrija.
Yes,
You are the
sir.
only lovely person who asks questions. At least you communicate better. Do that.
Sir, do we have like superstitious things are there in us, sir? Should we believe that or should we not believe that?
You are a scientist. You need to think. Before declaring as superstitious things, you have to think, analyze, science, investigate, and ask me if you don't know. Everything is not superstition. There is a lot of science. Original
But
things you should
like
know. Original things.
they'll give animals like what will say, sir, that they'll cut the animals for the gods and they'll say that is good for us and like that.
Yes, yes. This is a nonsense which has come inside. It is not there originally. I am talking of original science, original Vedas, original. Nowhere it is.
Yes, sir,
Animal
but
sacrifice is not.
some things look like it's like it is not even relatable for that. No, sir.
No, beta, it's all you are understanding like that. It's not like that. See, what your understanding is not completely authority. There are so many things which you should know, which should verify, and don't jump to conclusions immediately. There are so many things which are not true, have cropped up because of the various Western interest people who have added to that. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Sir,
yeah.
one thing is that like some people originally gave offerings as what they had in that part of the country. Like the people who are more towards the coastals, there's like proof that those certain Brahmins from that part of the coastal side of India, they gave prasad as I mean not prasad, they kept prasad as fish because that was part of their eating habits, but then they wouldn't touch other types of meat. So there was all things like that also, which is related to the customs of that particular place, not only
Exactly, but that is nothing to do with the Sanatana Dharma. See, suppose you feel like offering something, you want to offer water, you offer water. See, that is not a part of Sanatana. Sanatana Dharma doesn't say you keep on giving things to the God. Does God eat it? It is only your bhavana, how you express your love. Some people sing a song, and that itself is a prasada. Some people sit in dhyan, that is a prasad. Some people don't do all. I'll tell you one great man was there in Telugu speaking area called as Vemana. He's a very big writer, Vemana Shatakam. That man, one lady was suffering, twittering in the cold weather. He went to a temple. He took out the sari that was given on the lady god and took it and gave it to that lady who was suffering with the cold or was feeling very cold. That is the biggest gift. That is the worship. That is the prayer. Are you getting my point, Aditya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if somebody talks to you, you should be able to give back. Aditi is, whenever she speaks, I feel only Saugandhi ji is speaking. Nice question, beta. Nice question. And that too with a young girl like you asking, I'm so happy. These things should come out. Anybody else? Anybody wants anything else?
And actually, okay, I am not a student, so I'll come after that.
No problem.
The elders can ask questions after the prayer.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. If anybody has questions, you can always put it mail to Patelji, Guruji, so you will get the reply. Mail or WhatsApp or whatever, or call him also.
Yeah.
You need
if you mail me, if you send me WhatsApp, within 24 hours, you'll get the reply. Absolutely, this is my record. Yes, sir.
So, and don't believe blindly if you want any clarification, which you have not understood. So, definitely go back, get back, and then get the right knowledge. This is the aim of this course. And tomorrow we are going to have a session from a professor from Banaras Hindu University, Sanskrit Department, Shivarchit Mishra. He is going to introduce you to Vedas. He is a Ayurvedic Pandit and who has studied Vedas, and he will tell you and clarify a lot of your doubts. That is on Friday, and Monday he will talk to you. And we are back with Dr. Patelji on 20th to know about Dharma and Constitution, and one or two topics more. 20 to 24, we are back with him. Let us all thank Patel sir to have spared his time and came all the way here. And Saturday also, there will be Saturday and Sunday, there are webinars at 4 o'clock. And please do attend. There will be all connected with Sanaatana Dharma. And that will be little longer, 1.5 hours. It will be in more details. So in half an hour itself, you got so much of knowledge. Think of 1.5 hours. You will definitely get more. So all of you encourage your friends, those who have registered, not attending, send them the video which is already getting recorded and uploaded and given to you. And also your friends, otherwise not in the CBR college or any other college. So all below 30 people are welcome. 30 years age people are welcome. It is targeted. We are trying to concentrate on this generation of 18 years to 30 years. Firstly, the teenagers who are just learning things, and then also the young parents who will be teaching their children who are in the age of 20 to 30 years. So so far we have already targeted all ages people in Sanatana Dharma courses. The people up to age of 85 also attended, right from 18 to 85. Now, this course, we have seen that very less people are attending. So we want to redesign the course syllabus and then reduce the time, because you people will be generally busy in your exams, related activities. So very less time you have. So only half an hour is being given to you. So Saturday again, please 4 o'clock. Tell your friends, and also look for your WhatsApp group. I'm posting some information on WhatsApp group of this course. Look into that and go through. Anybody else has any questions? Else we will go for Prarthana.
Yeah, just before we go to Prarthana, I think after Prarthana we'll talk. That's
Okay.
something.
Saugandhi ji.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ. स्वस्ति. धन्यवाद.
ధన్యవాదములండి సౌగంధి గారు. And again, once again, thanks to Patel ji. We will go for Janagana Mana. All of you please stand up and then pay respects to our nation. Nation comes first.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद.
Jai Hind. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. ధన్యవాదములండి. చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.